Smells like wood.
It's almost there.
Need some battery.
That's gonna make it though, I think. It's not all the way through yet.
Okay, yeah. The tighter
I'll just
the
change
better.
the battery though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Tighter the better. Just go a little gentle. Yeah. We're continuing with the front end and a little bit of progress. The sand, putting the sand in here to bend it, actually that method actually worked. So it's really nice. No crimple inside. So I like it. So just some rest of sand just coming out. That's the only downside. Other than that, we patched this up. We're gonna fully weld it once we actually have something. The brackets welded. Now the headlight has one mount, and I'm gonna wait till the engine goes in here. That's just a mock-up dummy engine, so that I can actually make the radiator support, and one of the fitting will actually have one of the headlight mounting. So we're basically just mirroring and mimicking the same thing from here to here, and this side will probably get better. And now Jake is working on the bash bar plate, which will go on here. And basically what it's gonna work is Jake did a great job here where he made two plates, two templates pretty much, and they are like same shape and everything. And I wanted to put 4 bolts, but right now we're just gonna have rooms for 2 bolts and nuts. So the bar's gonna be in the center. We're gonna have one here, and I'll be welding the nut on the other side, and we're gonna completely weld from outside, so it could be detachable. Stay for another half hour. I just did the tune on the Veloster. Somebody drove like 6 hours from Pittsburgh and driving back, so we're just gonna use same thing. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So yeah, this side looks out. This side came out nice. So I just don't sound right because I've been welding. This is tiring, right? But I think that bit is done. That's what it is. Sometimes you need like lube. I just was on the side, welded the nut behind the plate. Again, like we can't put 4 bolts on here because the space we have. So it's gonna look something like that, and will be connected to the bash bar. It should go. We should be able to go a little bit further up here, line it up. Oh yeah, that is money right there. It will pretty much fill up everything that we chopped off, pretty much. So that's gonna line up with that plate. Yup, looking good. So yes, it's been welded. Just kind of grind it off to make it clean. So it's nice and clean now. But I'll do a little bit more around. I gotta go home. I gotta take my kids to skating today. So, but yeah, I mean, we didn't get much done, but like almost this side is done. All right, so just came back from my house. We took off like 1:30, and I wasn't gonna come back, but more I think about it, I just want to get this done and over with. Could stay for about 2 to 3 hours. It's like 9 o'clock now. Tomorrow, I'm not coming in here anyway. So what I want to get done is pretty much mirror. I want to have a mirror image of this side to this one. And then I gotta just put that dummy engine in here just to see how much room we have with the engine radiator, so that I can actually make support for the radiator. And then from then I could pretty much see how much space I have for the intercooler, which I will have plenty of space now that I'm starting from this over here because it used to stick out up to here. Now I could angle the bash bar from here, but technically the radiator and the intercooler sits the same way. It's just that the support will be coming out from here to the front. So engine probably will sit like around here. So I gotta be a little bit more creative. Just gotta use less material as much as possible. Like I said before, I had to like add this one, but I want to just try to make this thing like nice and clean as possible. Once I shave that down, you won't be able to tell, especially after painted. All that gunk looking thing will go away pretty much. And I'm gonna just flap this the whole thing, and I was just patching that up earlier. So I'm just gonna solely concentrate on this one. I don't know if I'm gonna be filming, but I'm just gonna actually start doing same thing what I did for this side. Base plate on that side, base plate down here, and also the plates for the bash bar. And I'd like to apologize for all the mess you're seeing. These are the just random brackets. I bought them in bulk so that I could use it for my car and also for customers' bills and stuff like that. And I have another kind of bracket just showed up. Let me show you. Like a bunch of these. It's more of a gussets. So what it does is I could use I could use this as a bracket, but also I could use it to just fill up like some of the like angle like that, or that's not gonna work actually. But you know what I'm talking about. This will just fill up somewhere randomly. Just have extra support and just gonna fill up the blanket and stuff like that. But just kind of excited with have like different things, and I actually bought a bunch of different type of gussets. So kind of excited. You know, I could actually apply this to any customer's builds. We can make custom parts. And technically, we could mimic the whole build in-house.
2 hours later.
All right. Made more mess. But basically, I kind of mirrored the whole thing on the other side. It took me like 2 hours. Yeah, I'm tired. But I still want to put the engine in. At least make something to hold a headlight, because it's just in one bracket right now. But as you can see, like I was having the most hard time basically getting the same angle as the other side. It could be slightly up, but I was just going back and forth, just, you know, chopping in and out and angling it. And like right now with my measure, that should be very, very similar. It may not be perfect. So that's the best I could do right now. It does look a little bit different, and this little camber or toe is just kind of confusing me. But I put this bar and put it on in between and basically measure the degree, and it was like a zeroed out. And everything lines up with the headlight, same length, because basically I copied this angle from this one. So everything lined up. So like the measures, everything's the same. I try to get the same. It's hard when you don't chop them by the machine, and obviously there's a human error, and like I'm playing with just limited tools. So I think it's for that. I think that's pretty damn good. Even I went upstairs, run up and down. Only downside would be like just I had to fill this up because like I just couldn't do it, and so as the other side is like really confusing angle, and I just didn't want to waste this material here. Unlike the 240 from here to the front, you have a lot of room. Like it goes all the way up to here. I think people just chop like up here, so you get like long. You could do a tub, and you could actually make the bar all the way out here. But unlike the Jesco, as you can see, the front is very short. So you could only do so much with the angle. But either way, I think this came out sick. All right, so that was the easiest engine drop-in ever. Took me literally like 2 minutes. This was definitely not necessary for my skill level, but you know, I'm just getting this done so that, you know, if I move on and get better at it, whatever, it's going to be so much easier to do the swap, and also at the track side, if anything happens, God forbid you have to do like engine swap or anything, it's so much easier to service, aside from getting more angle and have more room for inside, once you have an angle kit, which I don't have yet, at least. Where it gets crucial with the amount of room and space I have. I'm not gonna like rush it. It's like 11:30 now, so I'm just gonna bring down the radiator, and I'm gonna go with the aftermarket fan this time around this year. So I'm just gonna measure how much space that we have and pretty much go from there. So check out this angle. That looks sick. Oh, I'm sorry. So that is definitely thumbnail worthy. A lot of people actually ask me questions about the intercooler I have. This is for RX-7. This is supposedly for the V mount. Initially when I had Project Sandy, I cut out the little hole to have the shoulder piping instead of going this route, and that definitely helped to get some more response, especially with the newer setup. Now that we're running the different Mishimoto radiator, it wasn't in the way. So I'm gonna be redoing the piping. So what it came out with was like up here. You can kind of see a little bit of indent here where we kind of ground it off and made it clean. So this was all welded, and eventually some of the spots, this is when I wasn't really good with welding. I mean, I was okay. So eventually as we're polishing it, some of the material got thinner, and I saw a little hole here, so I patched up for the last event. So what I want to do is I want to redo the whole intercooler. I want to chop this one again and reuse 2.5 pipings and pretty much angle it better and even shorter for the newer setup, because I'm going to have the stock intake manifold running, and also stock turbo is going to be clocked, because earlier, like if you've been following me, it just got the BK2 the neck, and that was just ugly piping coming out here, and that was temporary, like I said. So I'm gonna be clocking the turbo this straight out here to the intercooler. So this time around, if I could, I'm gonna put the intercooler far in, not like right by the bash bar. March event, I have some March events to attend, and that's just gonna have pretty much nothing exterior wise, but I want to get engine, the engine bay interior done, also the trunk area and other things done, but except for the exterior. So there's a meet that's gonna be at our shop. We're bringing back our SFR meet that's usually been our season opener in the East Coast. So we're gonna do that either at the shop or we're gonna arrange another place, because it's just been a problem, especially like new businesses in on Sundays, and they're like dancing studio, and we just get crowded, and I don't want no issues, and people don't behave in the first place anyway. So why not get a better spot where we could just mess around, and worst case we get kicked out, we get kicked out. It's not like I'm gonna get kicked out from here. So yeah, that's also coming, and yeah, that looks really identical now, because now that the engine's in there, like I could kind of center everything, and you could definitely see everything's pretty much mirror image. Maybe this one's a little bit further out, which I'm not really happy with, hence why it's all just tacked up. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.